Hello friends, you've just unlocked another chapter of the past, hidden, untold, and waiting to be discovered. This is Buried Truths. Let's view the video.
For centuries, the Bible has been a source of mystery, faith, and history. But archaeology has unearthed stunning discoveries that confirm, challenge, or illuminate its stories. Here are the top 10 most incredible biblical discoveries ever found on Earth. 1. The Dead Sea Scrolls. In 1947, a Bedouin shepherd stumbled upon clay jars hidden in a cave near Qumran. Inside were scrolls that would change biblical scholarship forever. These ancient manuscripts, now known as the Dead Sea Scrolls, include texts from the Hebrew Bible over 1,000 years older than any previously known copies. The scrolls consist of more than 900 documents, including portions from every Old Testament book except Esther. Written in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek, they date from the 3rd century BCE to the 1st century CE. These texts give insight into Judaism before and during the life of Jesus, bridging history and faith. What makes the scrolls especially significant is their preservation of biblical texts almost identical to modern versions, affirming the accuracy of transmission over centuries. Others reveal sectarian beliefs, rules, and apocalyptic visions of a community, likely the Essenes, living near Qumran. Their world mirrored biblical prophecy and expectation. Today, the scrolls are housed in Jerusalem's Shrine of the Book and studied globally. They continue to shape our understanding of biblical origins, ancient languages, and religious movements. Their discovery is not just archaeological, it's spiritual, challenging skeptics and energizing believers about the Bible's authenticity and enduring legacy. 2. The Pool of Siloam. In 2004, during sewage repairs in Jerusalem, workers uncovered ancient stone steps. Archaeologists soon confirmed they had found the long-lost Pool of Siloam, a site mentioned in the Gospel of John where Jesus healed a blind man, once thought to be only symbolic or legendary. The pool dates to the Second Temple period, constructed around the 1st century BCE. It was fed by the Gihon spring and used by Jews for ritual purification before entering the temple. Its steps and stonework matched ancient descriptions, confirming its biblical relevance beyond doubt. The Gospel of John recounts Jesus instructing a blind man to wash in the Pool of Siloam, leading to miraculous healing. This archaeological discovery places that miracle at a real, verifiable location, directly linking Scripture with physical evidence in Jerusalem's historic terrain. Ongoing excavations continue to uncover more of the pool's full size, revealing its role in ancient Jewish life. For Christians, it offers tangible connection to the ministry of Jesus. For historians, it affirms the Bible's geographical accuracy. The Pool of Siloam stands as both a sacred space and a monumental archaeological triumph rooted in biblical truth. 3. The Tel Dan Stele. In 1993, archaeologists digging at Tel Dan in northern Israel uncovered a basalt fragment bearing an Aramaic inscription. The stele, dating to the 9th century BCE, referenced a military victory by an Aramean king and mentioned the House of David, the first historical evidence of King David outside the Bible. Before this discovery, many scholars questioned David's existence, viewing him as a legendary figure. But the phrase, House of David, on the Tel Dan stele confirmed his dynasty was recognized by neighboring kingdoms, solidifying David as a historical monarch, not merely a biblical myth. The inscription also mentions battles against the kings of Israel and Judah, aligning with events described in the books of Kings. Scholars believe it may have been commissioned by Hazael of Damascus after victories over Joram of Israel and Ahaziah of Judah, echoing biblical accounts. The Tel Dan stele is now displayed in the Israel Museum. Its language, date, and content provide powerful archaeological support for the Davidic dynasty. For believers, it's a confirmation of Scripture. For historians, it's a rare bridge between biblical text and ancient Near Eastern history carved in enduring stone. 4. The Pilate Stone. In 1961, archaeologists excavating a Roman theater in Caesarea Maritima uncovered a limestone block inscribed with the name Pontius Pilate. This was the first physical evidence confirming the existence of the Roman governor who, according to the Gospels, ordered the crucifixion of Jesus Christ during the 1st century CE. The Latin inscription identified Pilate as the prefect of Judea and praised Emperor Tiberius. It was likely part of a building dedication and had been reused in the theater's steps. Before this discovery, Pilate was known almost solely through biblical texts and a few Roman writings, making this find historically groundbreaking. The Gospels portray Pilate as a conflicted figure, reluctant yet complicit in Jesus' execution. The Pilate stone anchors this portrayal in historical reality, confirming he governed Judea and interacted with both Roman and Jewish institutions. It shifts Pilate from legend to documented political authority. The Pilate stone is now housed in the Israel Museum. Its discovery affirms the Gospel narrative's historical context and strengthens the reliability of New Testament accounts. For scholars and believers alike, this small stone bridges a massive gap between Scripture and archaeology, placing Jesus' trial within a verifiable Roman framework. 5. Caiaphas Ossuary. In 1990, workers constructing a park near Jerusalem accidentally uncovered a burial cave. Inside, archaeologists found several ossuaries, limestone boxes used for storing bones. One elaborately carved box was inscribed Joseph, son of Caiaphas, likely referring to the high priest who played a key role in the trial of Jesus. Caiaphas is named in all four Gospels as the Jewish high priest who condemned Jesus and handed him over to the Romans. The ornate ossuary matches the status of a wealthy priestly family from the 1st century CE. It contained the bones of a 60-year-old man, possibly the high priest himself. The discovery was remarkable not only for its craftsmanship, but also for confirming the historical existence of a figure so central to the Passion narratives. It placed a New Testament character within a clearly datable archaeological context, validating the Gospel's historical framework. The Caiaphas ossuary now resides in the Israel Museum. With its detailed carvings and name inscription, it offers both a religious and cultural link to the events of Jesus' final days. It stands as a tangible connection to the temple leadership and the drama surrounding Christ's crucifixion in Roman-era Judea. 6. House of David inscription, Mesha stele. In 1868, a German missionary in Dibon, Jordan, discovered a black basalt stone covered in ancient Moabite writing. Known as the Mesha stele, this 9th century BCE monument was commissioned by King Mesha of Moab and describes his rebellion against the kingdom of Israel, mentioning the House of David by name. The inscription parallels the biblical account in 2 Kings 3, where Mesha stops paying tribute to Israel. Most notably, it includes a line believed to reference the House of David, making it one of the earliest extra-biblical mentions of King David's royal lineage, supporting the Bible's historical accuracy. The stele offers a Moabite version of events, boasting of victories over Israelite cities and gods. Its discovery showed that Israel's neighbors recorded similar events, albeit from different perspectives. The inclusion of the House of David proved that David's dynasty was widely known and influential. Though partially damaged, the Mesha stele is now restored and displayed at the Louvre Museum in Paris. It provides critical evidence that supports biblical history, especially regarding the divided monarchy. Its discovery confirmed that David was more than myth, he was remembered even by rival kingdoms of the ancient Near East. 7. The Ark of the Covenant Room in Ethiopia. In the town of Aksum, Ethiopia, the Church of St. Mary of Zion claims to house the biblical Ark of the Covenant. According to Ethiopian tradition, the Ark was brought there by Menelik I, son of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, nearly 3,000 years ago. The chapel is heavily guarded by a single monk, known as the Guardian of the Ark, who is the only person allowed to view it. No outsider has confirmed the Ark's presence, but the legend is deeply embedded in Ethiopian Orthodox belief and national identity, treated with the utmost reverence. The biblical Ark was said to contain the stone tablets of the Ten Commandments and was central to Israelite worship. Its disappearance from the Bible after the Babylonian conquest has fueled centuries of speculation. Ethiopia's claim is among the most enduring and mysterious. Though unverified, the Ark's supposed resting place continues to draw pilgrims, researchers, and journalists. The secrecy surrounding it only deepens global fascination. Whether or not it contains the true Ark, the chapel in Aksum symbolizes the powerful intersection of faith, history, and myth rooted in one of the Bible's most sacred artifacts. 8. City of Jericho's collapsed walls. Jericho, one of the world's oldest cities, is famous for its walls said to have fallen at Joshua's command. According to the Bible, the Israelites circled Jericho for 7 days, then shouted as priests blew trumpets, causing the fortified walls to collapse miraculously, marking their first conquest in Canaan. In the 20th century, British archaeologist Kathleen Kenyon excavated Jericho and found collapsed mud brick walls from around 1400 BCE. Though controversial, some scholars believe these ruins align with the biblical timeline of Joshua's conquest. Burned layers and fallen bricks outside the wall foundation suggest a sudden, violent destruction. Kenyon argued the collapse predated Israelite arrival, but later studies revisited the dating. Archaeologist Bryant would re-examine the evidence, concluding the destruction could match the biblical account. Radiocarbon tests, pottery, and stratigraphy point to a city that fell suddenly and mysteriously. Though debate continues, Jericho's ruins remain a focal point for biblical archaeology. Whether divinely caused or natural disaster, the city's dramatic destruction echoes the Book of Joshua. The site invites faith, inquiry, and awe, where sacred narrative and archaeological ruin confront one another in the dust of ancient history. 9. Nazareth House from 1st century. In 2009, archaeologists in Nazareth uncovered a humble stone house carved into a limestone hillside. Dating to the 1st century CE, the structure is one of the few surviving homes from Jesus' time. Its location, simplicity, and age led researchers to suggest it could be Jesus' childhood home. The excavation, led by Dr. Ken Dark, revealed walls, a courtyard, and rock-cut living spaces consistent with early Roman-era dwellings. The site lies beneath the Sisters of Nazareth convent, long believed by tradition to mark the spot of the Holy Family's home. Though not proven, the match is compelling. Nearby, the Church of the Annunciation and other 1st century features strengthen the historical context. Pottery and construction techniques confirm the dwelling's age. This rare preservation in a constantly inhabited city adds strong archaeological value to the biblical town of Nazareth. While no inscription names Jesus, the archaeological evidence makes this house one of the most credible locations associated with his life. It brings the gospel narrative into the physical world, offering visitors a glimpse into daily life during Christ's upbringing. It's a quiet, stone witness to a moment that reshaped history. 10. Noah's Ark-like formation on Mount Ararat. In 1959, Turkish Army Captain İlhan Durupınar spotted a curious boat-shaped formation in aerial photos of Mount Ararat's foothills. Located near Dağyabayazıt, the structure measured about 500 feet, close to the biblical dimensions of Noah's Arkansas. This discovery reignited global fascination with the legendary flood and its possible remnants. Geological surveys produced mixed results. Some claimed it was simply a natural rock formation, while others, like researcher Ron Wyatt, believed soil samples, metal residues, and unusual shapes pointed to man-made origins. The structure's outline remarkably mirrors a large ship buried in hardened mud and stone. The Bible describes the ark resting on the mountains of Ararat after the floodwaters receded. This region fits that general description. Despite skepticism, believers see this site as powerful visual affirmation of Genesis. It continues to draw tourists, Christian explorers, and researchers from around the world. Though no definitive proof exists, the Mount Ararat formation remains a powerful symbol of humanity's oldest survival story. Whether a divine relic or geological oddity, it captures the enduring mystery and hope of the Ark, a vessel that, according to Scripture, preserved life and carried faith across a drowned world.
Thanks for watching Buried Truths. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden corners of history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more powerful stories from history's hidden vault. See you in the next video.